What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I've got another very important AMC update to bring all of you this afternoon. So what we're going to be covering in this update is, as usual, we're going to be taking a look at that Ortex short interest and utilization data to give us a better understanding of where we are at in terms of the short squeeze side of this investment today. Now, in addition, we are going to be doing a little bit of options chain analysis as usual, taking a look at some more institutional ownership changes. And then what we have to think about is how everything is about to change in the near future. We have started to see a lot of action recently. We have seen some comments from Adam Aaron that I really want to go over. There is a very interesting sequence of events that I have seen that I think is going to lead to something really, really awesome. And we are starting to see the SEC step up and actually, honestly, do their job. Now, again, we have not seen any concrete action from them yet, and this action is going to take a lot of time to play out. But what you have to keep in mind is that what we have seen so far in terms of the action that the SEC has taken, in terms of looking into what's happened in January, looking into the concept of payment for order flow, and more importantly, settlement times, that would not have been possible without the ape community and the sheer amount of noise that we have caused throughout social media and any other media outlet over the last 9 months. And I think that is something to be really, really proud of. But again, we still have a long way to go, but we have a lot of really solid things to look forward to. So before we get into all of that information, if you enjoy the information and analysis that I provide for you in this update, make sure you go down and hit that like button. It costs you nothing to do it, but it really helps us out a whole lot in getting this information out to as many people who want to learn. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. So at the current time that I'm recording, AMC is trading at $35.97. We are seeing another red day, and I know a lot of people are looking at a lot of these other stocks and how much they are running, but I really want you guys to think about one thing. All of those other plays, they're really just appetizers to the main course. They really are a sideshow. None of these other stocks that are running up really have the community and due diligence backing that AMC and GameStop have. So if everybody wants to go make some money on these other plays, by all means, go for it. This is the market. You can do anything you want with your money. And if you are making money, that is what we are all here for. But I don't think that it is really detracting from AMC in the way that people think it is. I think that we are in this consolidation period right now, but what we're going to cover in this update, I think is going to bring a lot of excitement right back into the stock, which I think is going to be absolutely awesome. So when we come over to this Ortex data right here, let me give a quick refresh to what we have. Utilization 84.2%. So what we're looking at here is the utilization is starting to come down a little bit, meaning the shares that institutions are willing to lend versus the amount of shares that are out on loan is decreasing. So there's less shares out on loan at the current time. But remember, Ortex is only giving us the updates from 85% of the total market, and there are many, many other ways that these other institutions can synthetically short AMC and GameStop and all of these other stocks and essentially hide their short interest in the option chain or through the use of other derivatives. So when we see this short interest bouncing around, and I know it's going to freak some people out when we see these moves in the utilization or the short interest, but in terms of the short squeeze side of this investment, nothing has changed. And when we come over to the option chain here to take a look at what we have going on, again, as usual, we are seeing an uptick in this open interest. And it's not really going to cause any type of significant delta hedging this week, I don't believe. But once we start to get into these other weeks that already have some more significant open interest, I think we could see some more hedging take place. But again, the option chain is very mild at the current time compared to what we have seen in the past. Now, when we come over to Fintel right here and take a look at some of the institutional ownership changes, now we are seeing Fidelity start to list some of their filings here. We're going to have to wait and see with what the actual Fidelity is going to be releasing. And what I mean by actual is that these are just separate Fidelity funds that are listing their positions, and it is all going to be added up in a total amount for what Fidelity, the total institution, is holding. So, but again, what we're seeing over here is really the first catalyst, and it's not necessarily a catalyst per se, but it is a very bullish sign to see that these institutions are continuously buying even at these price levels. Now, let's get into the way that everything is about to change. So it's going to be more microscopic and macroscopic. We're going to go over the microscopic stuff first that really pertains to AMC. And I really want to go through a sequence of events with you guys that really starts back when AMC had its last earnings call. So if you guys remember the amount of hype and excitement that we were seeing across the ape community during AMC's last earnings call, it was absolutely insane, and it was an awesome sign to see because of what Adam Aron was discussing in that call. The first thing is that he said that he was going to make contact with GameStop in the near future. Now, the second thing that AMC did was they also said that they were going to be accepting Dogecoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. Now, more recently, AMC's CEO, Adam Aron, made the comment, and he said that AMC could potentially be a very successful issuer of cryptocurrency in the near future. And when we combine this with the fact that Adam Aron also said that he has made contact with GameStop, and now we are seeing this new job posting where GameStop is looking for a senior software engineer to join our NFT blockchain team. This role will be remote and will collaborate with a team of engineers, product managers, designers, and business partners distributed across the US. In this role, you will help design, build, and maintain highly scalable services and core API components. So when you combine all of these things together, and the fact that when we come over here to this Fox Business article, that AMC CEO teases change to movie chain's business model, but mum on details, it could be a relationship that they're going to announce with GameStop. But again, that is just speculation. But the broad thing that we need to keep in mind is that Adam Aron has something up his sleeve. He is going to be giving us some more information that is really going to change a lot of things in the near future. And when you think about Adam Aron's track record, this is going to be a very, very solid event. And I want people to fully realize this. We have been through this slight rip up and come down consolidation period over the last month. And I think a lot of people are slightly discouraged, but I want you to think about what we have going forward and not what has happened in the past. We have earnings, we have this new announcement, we have AMC accepting cryptocurrency, and in addition, we also have AMC potentially issuing their own cryptocurrency in the near future. We have them paying off debt. There is no more bullish that you could be right now. The amount of great things that we have in the future for AMC coming up is so awesome. I think a lot of people really are about to get super excited. So now you might be thinking, when are we going to get any of this information? Well, most likely it's going to be released during the earnings call. Now, the estimated date for earnings is November 1st, but we have not gotten an actual confirmed date from AMC yet, but we should see that over the next couple of days. Now, let's get into some more of this macroscopic view of how things are about to change for the better in the retail market. So when we come over here, we briefly touched upon this yesterday, so I'm not going to go into detail with this, but basically, Gary Gensler told Yahoo Finance that among other policy considerations, banning the practice of payment for order flow remains an option, and that would really hurt the ability of those institutions to participate and execute that trading strategy known as latency arbitrage, which we talked about yesterday. But the most important thing is going to come in this video here. So what Gary Gensler talks about in this video is he talks about the market plumbing in settlement times. Now, when we think about the fact that we are looking to have a very significant run-up eventually with AMC, well, we need to think about how the market structure is basically formatted at the current time. We knew what happened in January. We know what happened. They cut off the buy button because of that T2 settlement. They had to put up a bunch of money in order to basically continue trading, and they were not able to do this. Now, the second thing is that we also have just seen other stocks have absolutely monstrous moves, and we saw halts, extreme volatility, and the market really was not functioning properly. But what Gary Gensler says in this video is he says that he has tasked his team with coming up with a proposal on how to transfer over to a T1 or a T0 settlement, meaning that those trades would be settled the same day or the day after, and there would be really no time in between the actual purchase and the delivery of those shares for any funny business. Now, he also said that the technology already exists, so it is only a matter of time before we see this implemented. Now, I would love to see this settlement period come down before we end up having those giant price run-ups, because we do not want to get into a situation like we saw in January. Again, that is not something that I don't think anybody wants to live through for a second time. Now, when you combine that with the margin requirements at these different brokers, it's really going to help them out too. We really want this to be a situation where it can play out according to how a free and fair market would function. Now, a move to T0 and regulation of payment for order flow is going to be the way to do that, in my opinion, but we are really going to need to see some concrete action from the SEC on these topics in order to move forward. Now, they're not going to be the squeeze catalysts, like I've said before, but their actions can really help this situation move a lot more smoothly. So that is going to wrap up this update on AMC. If you enjoyed the information and analysis that I provided for you in this update, make sure you go down and hit that like button. It costs you nothing to do it, but it really helps us out a whole lot in getting this information out to as many people who want to learn. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I'm trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. So I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.